Hello guys, welcome to Index Trader channel. Today we are going to see Nifty analysis of this week, that is current week, the month last expiry of this month. This week is small since Monday is being a holiday and an eventful week, as we know that Thursday expiry is coming and Friday will be a day of GDP announcement. So this week will be a full up and down and roller coaster ride will be there. So we will analyze what are the important levels and what the setup tells. I will tell you in the end about the intraday levels also. So watch till the end. We look into the exponential moving average setup, that is the EMA setup. Here we can see that 20 and 40 period moving average. So we concluded that there will be a slight bit up move, and we saw an up move here. And this EMA 20 was acting as a strong resistance as of now. So there is not a candle closing above this EMA 20. So this is acting as a strong resistance, and the price could not close above this level, and it has been trading below this level only. So overall the setup is looking bearish, with a slight, even though there is a slight up move, and it could not sustain. The bulls cannot take over the peers. So that is what visible in this setup. Now we'll move on to the next setup, that is Fibonacci level. In this also, this setup is giving us a neutral because it is in the middle of the level. Neither it closed above this level or below this level. It is in the middle of it. There is not a strong conclusion can be given in this Fibonacci setup. It is acting as a neutral one. So now next move to the price action, and this line trend line is acting as resistance. After that it never touched that line, and more of a after a small consolidation it moved to this level 8820 level, and then it is moving up. So now this setup won't be giving a clear picture. So what we will do, we will break up this in a more detailed way in this setup. See, weekly chart is more of a bearish one with a triangle formation. We can see a triangle formed here, and we can see it's following a trend right now. See that all the prices falls inside this trend line. While drawing a trend line, you should ensure that all the prices should follow inside. The closing prices should be below this trend line. So that is what visible here when you draw the descending trend line. So this also gives a bearish setup in the weekly setup, but in the daily setup, so I have drawn a trend line like this. So now you can see a clear picture. So all the prices you can see closed inside this trend line, but only one candle is above this, closing was above this trend line. But okay, one candle we can ignore that, and here also, apart from the one candle, so all the prices are inside this zone only. Here also you can see in the descending trend line, we can see all the candles are closed inside it, even though there is opening high, but the closing was inside this. Show it in this way. Here you can see that. So this candle is also seen inside this level only. So in the Heikin setup, we can see that what exactly the trend looks like, even though the candles are mixed, what exactly the trends are looks like. See, there was an up move in the recent thing, but again there is a doji kind of a candle, which is an undecisive candle formed here. Closing above this trend line only, we can consider that it is in an up move. Till that time it is in a bearish setup. So now what we will do, we will divide it in zones. So this level, so Nifty was trading in this range, that is 9128. In the last week we can see that before last week we can say Nifty was trading in that zone only. But once after breaking this range and then fell to the next level, that is the 8820 level, so Nifty was trading in this range only. So this is of a zone 2, so we can call it as a zone 1 there, and this one is a zone 2. So any closing below or above this zone only, we can conclude that it is trading in the next zone or the consecutive zones. But Nifty is trading right now in this zone only, because this 9128 is acting as a strong resistance. Earlier it acted as a strong support. Now it is acting as a strong resistance. That is what clearly visible now. So what will be the next ranges? Next range is somewhat around here, that is 8554 level, that is a zone 3, and then broken into the next level, that is 8060, and then the next level will be 7583. That is in this range. So this week, probably being a volatile week, we can say that the range will be of somewhat around 9128, that is 130 level, we can say, or even small go little away also, maybe a wick can comes here, but closing is very important. So overall we can say that 9152 range will be around 8800. So that is what the range looks like. Once breaking of this range can take to this next level candle, we can conclude that the upside is very limited compared to the downside. The downside is open big and the upside is very little. That is what clear in this price action setup. Even the indicator is also showing as a negative one. See, the RSI is going down towards moving down towards this oversold zone, and the volatility vortex indicator is also giving a strong upper hand on the bear side, not on the bull side. So that's what visible here in this setup. So now we will move on to the next, our option chain analysis. See, in the option chain analysis for this expiry week, the range is very big, but you can see that 9000 in the put side is acting as a strong support. Yesterday, that is on Friday, we saw that there was a strong OA built up at 9000 put side. Even there was around near about to 40 lakhs contracts was there, but at the closing we saw a negative OA build up. So the COA is negative while closing, but at the same time in the call side you can see there is a huge OA build up at the 9000 level, and also you can see the big OA at built up at 10,000 level and then at 9500. But slowly at the higher levels the call OA, the call writing has been shifted towards downside, that is 9500 and then 9300 it's getting built strongly, and then 9200. The put side we can see that the writing slowly moving on to 8800 to 8500 level. We can see 8500 there was some built up, and 8800. So this expiry looks the range this week, the range will be around 9000, even at 9200 to 8800. that is what visible here. But breaking of the levels will definitely take this down or to upside, but upside is very much limited, as and below this 9000 level can lead this to 8800 level at ease. So that is what the conclusion giving in the option chain setup. Now we move on to the next FII DII cash data. So both of them were net sellers on Friday, so there is not buying happening at all, even though there was a buying, but that was only small amount, and FIIs are keep selling throughout this month. There is not a single day of buying. Even as buying seen in between 2 days, but overall they were only selling. And one more data I want to show, that that is the future data. FIIs are taking shorts on futures. Whenever they short future, they are in bearish phase of the market, so they want to take bearish short positions. So that is why they took index short positions on index futures. We can see from the last expiry, that is on Friday, and Thursday and Friday they took shorts on futures. So that is also indicating a strong bearish setup. And also the index options they are buying, so they buy index options only for hedging, and that also they bought put options. So that is also confirming a strong negative bias. And also they are selling stock futures also, so that is also giving a strong negative bias in this week. So overall the movement will be negative, but there will be a volatility both side. Since big events coming in this week, there will be a volatility, both side movements can be seen, but the overall the bias is negative. That is what clear in this picture. So now we move on to the intraday levels. See this intraday level, we saw that now I have drawn this trend line here, so the triangle. So earlier the triangle was complete at this point, but now we can see that there was a slight up move and then down move. Here again a trend line support here, but here this area we saw that this will be a support zone, but now acting as a strong resistance zone. So we can highlight this with red color right now. So that will be a strong resistance right now, and this line also, this trend line is also acting as a resistance. So this zone again can be tested, and then before going down this can be tested again, and there may be wicks coming out of this zone and then can move down also. So being a volatile, this zone will be a trading zone for this week, or even lower than this depending upon the selling pressure. But the levels are looking these are the levels which I have highlighted. The 9118 acting as a strong resistance, and 9050 right now acting as a strong resistance, and this trend line is acting as resistance, this zone is acting as resistance, a lot of resistances, and a support of a trend line. So you may know how to trade in this thing, because I have given a clue. So accordingly you can take trades whenever the price touches the resistance zone or at the support zones, but wait for the levels to trade with. So that is what looking in this intraday setup. So hope you enjoyed this video. So this week will be very volatile, so play safe, and all the best for the trades, and hope you enjoy the video. Hit like button and subscribe to our channel, so similar kind of videos I will be keep posting. Thanks for watching. Thank you very much.